she said. "It's better that you learn now that this type of manipulation and illegal profiteering is unacceptable and that it could destroy your entire life." Jennifer couldn't respond. Even on that horrible day when the feds came into her posh office at the prestigious Wall Street firm of Hudson, Van Shank and Michaels to take her away in cuffs, Jennifer didn't believe that she would spend even one moment in a jail cell. The arrest made her a little nervous, of course, but that was only because she'd never been in trouble before with the law. "This is just a publicity stunt," her boss told her. "They're firing shots over our heads to cool down this overheated market." That boss was the legendary Donald J. Michaels himself, and Jennifer never questioned his judgment or authority. "Believe me," Donald assured her, "these charges are going to be dropped. And even if you do go to trial, you aren't going to be found guilty of anything. Trust me," he added with his reassuring smile. Jennifer did trust him. After all, she wasn't guilty of anything. She was just taking the heat for Donald in order to deflect any further investigations into his firm's rather dubious business dealings. If the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, had gone after Donald, they would have thrown the book at him. "And they've got a damn big book," Donald had joked. "You know how jealous, how envious people have been over our success in the last few years." Jennifer did know. During his Wall Street career, Donald Michaels had made not only his own fortune, but had also made dozens, maybe scores, or even hundreds of other millionaires. Jennifer herself was a millionaire at 28, but now she was a millionaire who was leaving for prison in less than an hour. Standing in the courtroom, Jennifer cradled her right elbow in her left hand and her left in her right hand, and shivered as she felt both her gooseflesh and nausea rise. How, she wondered, did it come to this? How had Tom, her lawyer, let it happen? Thomas Philip Branston IV was the sharpest and most handsome young counsel on the street. "Nothing is really at risk," he had told Jennifer, echoing Donald's assurances. "It never is in cases like this. Even if you are convicted, which is virtually impossible, we'll have an appeal before the judge can pound his gavel. Donald has good friends and deep pockets," Tom said with a knowing smile. Jennifer had no reason to doubt what he said. After all, Tom was not only a Harvard undergrad and law review at Yale, he was also much more than her brilliant attorney. He was her beloved fiancé. "Think of it, Jen," he had said some days ago. "Everyone here will be in your debt. You'll not only have Donald's gratitude, but also the gratitude of the partners and all of the employees, right down to the secretaries and the mailroom staff. They'll all owe their fortunes and their jobs to you." "I only regret that I have but one life to give for my firm," Jennifer had joked on that day, when she, Tom, and Donald got together with Bob, the financial officer, and Lenny, his assistant, to hatch their plan. There was plenty to drink, and lots of laughter at that meeting as they discussed how Tom would prepare her statements, how they'd all sign them, and how Tom would turn her in to the SEC. The feds would be rip-snorting mad to miss their shot at Donald, but if she confessed, they were scotched in their witch hunt, and Jennifer would be back at work within a week. At the time, their plan sounded solid. After all, Jennifer loved the heart-stopping thrill of high-risk deal-making. She loved the power of out-leveraging any competitor in a buyout, and she loved the rush of watching one of their IPOs, initial public offerings, burst onto the market to take the lucky or the gullible investor for the ride of his life. She loved it all. But most of all, she loved the money and what it bought. She loved the Pertese sheets on her bed, the silk curmins on her floor, and she loved every piece of Armani, Prada, Gucci, and Ferragamo that she kept neatly in her Biedermeier armoire. Even if her Tribeca condo was a little small, it was beautiful and in the best neighborhood in New York. John Kennedy Jr. had lived just around the corner. With the very generous bonus that she was likely to get from pulling off this little charade, Jennifer was sure that she'd be able to move right on up to the penthouse. "Jennifer, I'm so sorry. It's a mistake. Honestly, I thought we had Levitt in line," Tom said to her now. Jennifer just stared at him, speechless. The court officer began to move toward her. "We're going to have to go now," he said. "What?" she asked.